Hey, good morning, friends. I'm just checking in. I haven't done a video in a while. I think we've all been kind of sitting with our own things and taking inventory, and it's just been one of those chill energies for a while now. So I'm coming back. I think we're ready. Um, so my message is about relationships. And the reason I'm going to touch on relationships, whether you're in one, whether you want one, whether you're in the process of getting out of one, I think it's important to keep these things in mind. So the reason that they've all surfaced for me, different topics, I get ahead of myself, I apologize. I have the honor of getting to marry people this weekend. I was asked to do the what is it called? When you marry people, I keep saying I get to marry someone, and my husband's looking at me like, "You're married to me." Officiate. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember. So anyway, I get to be the officiant in a wedding, and I'm so excited. It's something I've always wanted to do. um, there's something so special about bringing people together and getting to seal the deal for them, because I hope everyone makes it. I hope everybody finds love, and I hope everybody knows what that's like in some way or another. And so, anyway, I was asked to do this, and I'm so excited, and I'm taking this really seriously. So I started thinking about, what I'm going to say so I can do a really good job for them. And I asked them, do you want it to be traditional? Do you want me to just read something? Do you guys want to write your own vows? How do you want to do this? And they're like, just say what you want and repeat after me. And I do. They want an easy mode. So that gave me like all this creative control, which made it even cooler for me because it like opened up all these options and possibilities. And then I just started thinking about them as people and everything they've been through and continue to go through, and what they want. And it's like, holy shit. Even though all of these things have happened in both of their personal lives, they are so dedicated to each other. The fact that they are such a solid team, it wows me. And they both have their stuff that comes up, and it chips away at the falseness of, happily ever after. When one is broken and defeated and in a dark place, the other one comes in to assure and to heal and to support, even though they both have it in their own ways. And so when I say chip away, it's like, this pain is making me afraid that you're going to hurt me. This fear is going to surpass what you're showing me right now. And it's been going on for so long that it's like training the other to not only be defensive, but to do their best not to trigger, things that they had nothing to do with, that they were around for, they weren't aware of. And the fact that these two are so authentic and they open up to each other when these things happen is amazing to me. It doesn't change the fact that any of this is happening, but it does prove that they can get through anything, and they both get it. They both completely, they understand. They're going through it. I get it. I've been there. And so there's more grace there, because there's accountability on both of their ends. There's totally accountability on both of their ends. And so that's what I wanted to touch on, is when we keep things internally and we don't share how we feel, and it's me against you in that instant. What if you hurt me? What if you're lying to me right now? What if, you're not where you said you were? All of a sudden, there is a disconnect. The other person hasn't even heard what your concerns are, what you're afraid of. They haven't even heard any of it because you never spoke it. However, they're sitting there feeling that distance, feeling that negativity, and they're now, what I do? Oh my God, here we go again. Oh my God, what pissed them off? What do I gotta do? And so now they're broken down, feeling like they can't do anything good enough. And that's always the good enough, right? Am I good enough? They don't think I'm good enough. Are they good enough for me? Good enough, good enough, good enough. You guys, we're thinking about it all wrong. It's not, am I good enough? It's, did I do my best? Well, yeah. And they still didn't value that. Okay, that's where you take inventory. If the other person isn't seeing that you're trying, when you are, you got to try. If they see that you're not trying, the morale is down. They're not trying as much. Well, why should I? And then that's when there's no hope. Everything just falls apart in that moment. So it's not only the authenticity within ourselves, the ability to take accountability. I was in a shitty mood. I was angry. I wasn't even trying. I just wanted to avoid everything. I just want to get away. That's when you're separate. You're not together. And so, with this couple that I'm, going to marry, I'm like, you guys do not give up on each other. You both think the other's going to give up. But your evidence, your new habit that's forming, the new way of thinking is chipping away at those old beliefs every day. Every time that person is there when you don't think they're gonna be. Every time they answer when you don't think they're gonna. Every time they're already home when you wonder what they're doing. Those kind of things that put you in your place, like, there's no reason to be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid. Everything's okay. More and more of those are what heal trauma in the brain, because that's the new association. The association before, when traumas occurred, when pain occurred, was, I can't trust, I'm all alone, I need to protect myself. And when you're committed and you're giving it your all, it's being replaced. There's now that's occurring that is not the past, and it's evidence to support that it's probably going to be good moving forward, right? And so that's kind of where my mind went with these two, is you two are reestablishing and reprogramming and redeveloping yourselves. And what better way than to do it with someone who gets it, who's been there, who's felt betrayed, who's, done everything they could to prove that they're good. And then, it ended. But when two people are committed and two people are actually giving it their all, that's sexy. That's who I'm going to fight for. I'm going to fight for the person that's always going to fight for me, even when it gets hard. And that's them. That's their bond. Like, they fought for me, I'm gonna fight, and then it's no longer, what are they doing for me? I do everything for them. It's no longer that scorecard, or they betrayed me, how can I not betray them back, to get even? Because that's toxic, that's not healthy, that's, going back and forth with negative things, that doesn't work. And if that's what you're in right now, it's time to take inventory. If in 1 year from now is scary because you can't even handle right now, if 5 years from now is not something that you want to be exactly like what you have now, it's time to take inventory. And when I say inventory, the good, the bad. If you have all this good and there's a couple of good things and there's stupid shit that really doesn't matter, you gotta love yourself. And people will always often ask, the big thing is, how do I get over this person? How come this person can't just let me go? It doesn't work that way. The way it works is you dig within. That hurts. What's up with that? Oh, that started from childhood, or oh, my ex did this. That's in the past. If you can see that and accept it and nurture yourself and give yourself grace, you did the best you could at that time with what you knew. You can be like, okay, you're not there anymore, you're here. And all you can do is do your best and move forward. All of a sudden, that love that you're giving yourself and that grace will project in, I don't say that to myself. You don't get to say that either. That's when you start building that wall. And, that's not who I am. What you're saying to me is manipulation. You're trying to break me down. And it's easier and easier and easier to detach. And it's not so much about, I want to get, over this person, or this person, is messing with my head and they're not letting me go. No, I call the shots. I love me. I know what makes me happy. And in 1 year from now, if I don't have it now, I'm going to have it. So I'm going to work towards that. By working towards that, it's me not participating in something that isn't working right now, right? So that's my message. I know it went a little longer than I hoped. But when it comes to relationships, I think we should take those key things to heart, because they make all the difference in the world. Have a wonderful day. I hope that everything is getting stable and normal for you. I hope we all make it and we all recover from this craziness as soon as possible.